A moment, if you would. Are you two the famous Traveler and Paimon by any chance?
We sure are! And who are you?
My name is Wikas, a member of the Academia Extravaganza Planning Committee. Have you two heard of this festival?
Only just now.
Yep, and that's exactly why we're here.
Is that so? Looks like our advertising is working. Since you're both interested, would you mind if I gave you a brief explanation of the event?
That would be helpful. Thanks.
So, the Academia Extravaganza is a grand event run by the Academia with a long and storied history. To be precise, it can be divided into the Wisdom Gala and the Inter-Darshan Championship. The gala is held annually. During this time, all 6 Darshans will set up booths throughout the city and host guests to showcase the most fascinating aspects of their school, and thus increase their influence. On the other hand, the championship is held once every 4 years. Each Darshan will send a representative to vie for the position of Grand Champion. This year, the gala is being held alongside the championship, so the mood in the city is, as they say, at an unprecedented fever pitch.
Got it! Cool! Thanks a bunch for the detailed explanation!
You're most welcome. Answering questions regarding the Academia Extravaganza is my job. And I actually do have something I would like to ask the two of you.
Huh? Need our help with something?
Well, let me begin by saying that this year's Academia Extravaganza is of utmost importance to us. Lesser Lord Kusanali and the sages came up with a plan for the Academia to recruit talented people from the desert starting next year. As such, we've invited a great number of desert dwellers to take part in this festival, so they can hopefully experience the Academia's atmosphere ahead of time. I've heard that the two of you are famous across both the rainforest and desert. With your participation, especially in the Inter-Darshan Championship, more people will definitely come to appreciate the festival.
Didn't you just say that only Darshan representatives can take part?
Exactly! Or do you mean you want us to join a Darshan? But then we would have to deal with exams and essays and stuff like that.
Relatable.
No need to worry. The championship participants have already been selected. I mean to invite the two of you as guest commentators. Your job will be to observe and record every part of the competition. There's no pressure. Just follow each match and enjoy the festival. Aside from that, we'll also prepare some compensation for your efforts. We won't have you working for free.
That kinda sounds like a sweet deal. What do you think?
Who are the participants anyway?
You can head over to the festival venue later. An organizer there will introduce each participant. Some of them even might be people you recognize. I'll leave it at that for now. So, how about it? Would you like to take this commission?
We'll give it a go.
Wow! Having fun while getting paid? This sounds awesome!
The main event venue is at the outskirts of the Citadel of Regzar, and the organizer you're looking for is Karina. Tell her the situation and she'll get you set up. The championship is going to begin soon. I wish you a good experience serving as commentators. If you have any doubts, come find me anytime.
Alrighty, off we go!
Parade of Providence. Or Providence. Well, anyway, hello everybody. Nice to see y'all. I'm just kidding. Like I could see y'all through the screens. I don't know why I'm saying that one. I'm an idiot. Well, either way. Well, let's check out this new event.
Time to go.
And yeah, I'm sure once this video gets uploaded, I'm sure it'll be months after the event has already concluded and everything. I don't care. Trying to go at my own pace and things. I'm only just now starting to catch up to the current content. But anyway, hope you all enjoy me playing through this and reacting.
Welcome, one and all, to the Academia Extravaganza. Now then, allow me to reveal the prizes for this iteration of the Inter-Darshan Championship. Fabulous monetary rewards, research funds, a limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card, and the right to wear the Diadem of Knowledge. I believe that I need not elaborate as to how this is a symbol of great honor.
She should be Karina, right?
Giant.
Looks like she's in the middle of something. Let's wait till she's less busy, then go introduce ourselves.
The Diadem of Knowledge. What a perfect work of art.
Every time I see it, I feel like I'm losing myself in its beauty. The one who proves fit to wear it must be a rare genius indeed.
I believe that most of you have already seen the Diadem of Knowledge or have heard tales about it. 20 years ago, a researcher named Sachin bought it for a large sum of mora before donating it to the Academia. The generous championship prizes are also sourced from his sponsorship. Before we begin, allow me to express our gratitude to this researcher, who cannot be with us right now.
Things can only get worse. Things can only go from bad to worse.
Who are you?
Human nature begets conflict, and conflict begets ruin. From the beginning, the seeds of wickedness have been.
Hey, stop spacing out! Paimon called out to you, but you didn't respond.
Oh, nice.
You okay?
We're the crazy ones here.
Did you stay up late without telling Paimon?
I was...
All right. I'm sure we're all more than ready for the championship to begin. Now then, let's invite our 6 Darshan representatives to the stage. Our contestants are... Representing Amorta, Tainari!
Why am I not surprised there?
Representing Spontamod, Sino! Representing Ratawahist, Layla!
What's with the music? Why is it super low pitched?
Representing Haravatat, Farazan!
Just now notice the triangles in her
Representing
eyes.
Kasharawar, Kave! And for Vahumana... Huh? Is Vahumana's representative not here yet?
Yeah, I wonder who could it be?
These introductions are pointless. Let's just get this over with.
And there he is, like the wind.
Wait a sec. Why is he Vahumana's representative?
Finally, our final contestant is Vahumana's representative, Hat Guy!
Okay. That's a good
Oh,
meme.
so that's Hat Guy. I think I've seen him before.
You know who he is?
I've heard that he's a researcher from a different country who nominally belongs to Vahumana. Word is that he's written a lot of political analyses. His manner of speech hasn't made him popular amongst most other Vahumana researchers, but his comings and goings are quite irregular, so he doesn't interact with others much.
Aside from his more controversial aspects, his perspectives are considered quite incisive. Vahumana has seen a dearth of new talent lately, and some of its existing ones are not currently at the Academia, so I suspect he might have been their only option.
It's just kinda weird. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd participate in competitions like this one.
I'm quite puzzled too.
Now that we have our 6 contestants, the championship will soon begin. Who will triumph this time around? Hold on to your hats, because we're all on this ride together.
Touché. And sadly, there's only one person with a hat here.
Huh. We really do know a lot of the contestants.
How coincidental.
Oh, right. We're guest commentators, aren't we? So figuring out everyone's reasons for participating is in our job description. Let's go ask them when we go say hi. Especially him. Paimon still thinks it's weird that he's here.
Nah. I doubt he'll do anything suspicious, knowing him. Oh, in this environment, I had to doubt that one.
We meet again, you two.
Oh god.
Hey, Tainari. We came here to check out this extravaganza event, and then they invited us to be guest commentators.
Is that so?
I heard that there would be guest commentators recording the proceedings with cameras, but I didn't expect they'd be you two.
It's a pleasant surprise that you're visiting Sumeru again while I'm still on leave. When everything comes together perfectly like this, I call it the biryani factor. Because it's always rice to meet stew again.
And we're back to the jokes. Yeah, same. I would laugh,
So,
but I think
Kainari,
the smile's
you're
the right
representing
response.
Amurta, and Sino is representing Spontamod. But haven't you both already graduated? Can alumni also take part in a competition?
I had wondered the same thing. When I was told the news, I was actually more shocked than you are now. I later found out that anyone who has been a part of a particular darshan has the right to participate. Graduation status has no effect.
That's
So
good.
that's a rule, huh?
There are some restrictions, though. For example, sages cannot participate. Any given person can only participate in one instance of the championship, and so on.
That's right. Also, there are two methods by which the darshan representatives are chosen. One is self-nomination, and the other is to be recommended by over half of one's darshan.
You must have been a case of the latter, Kainari.
I heard that quite a few of your juniors petitioned for your candidacy.
Sometimes I wish I could clap a few of them over the head and tell them to spend that time on studying instead.
Okay, it's on everyone to be violent. Can you refuse?
Well, you can, but after some consideration, I realize this could be a good opportunity for me. Next month, we're having a public lecture on ecology at Gandharvaville. If I participate in this event, I might be able to utilize its popularity to promote the lecture. I'm not that concerned about becoming the champion, unlike someone here.
So you volunteered yourself, Sino.
Yes. I'm using the last of my leave for this. When I heard that a limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card was one of the prizes, I signed myself up.
Why am I not
This year's
surprised?
card is a rare one indeed. It would be a shame if I missed out on it.
Wait, is it some kind of super powerful card?
No, it's a very common one. But it has a holographic layer.
Oh my god.
So what's the point?
It's very cool.
Paimon meant apart from being very cool.
Rare.
That is reason enough. I shall do my all to emerge victorious and add it to my deck.
Okay.
As someone who doesn't play cards much, I can't quite relate. But it isn't surprising that everyone has their own reasons for taking part in the tournament.
That's a
Fair
good thing.
enough. Alright, let's go find someone else to question.
Gee, I wonder if our resident hat guy joined in on this because of Nahida. Aw, and Layla looks to be asleep. Or is she awake?
Hey,
Oh, she's
Frozen!
awake.
Layla!
I look stupid.
Huh? Oh, it's you. Why are you here?
Well, that's just a rude thing to say.
We're here as specially invited guest commentators. Our job is to record what happens during the competition.
Is that so? In that case, I'll have to trouble you to catch the moment of my triumph on camera. Remember to shoot from behind at a lower angle. You know, to capture a seniors class.
Interesting. I guess I might
Don't
have
get
to
ahead of
find a
yourself
time to do
now.
our hangout event.
Victory will obviously be mine.
You're far too young to even consider challenging me. Kasharwar or Ratawahist, you're all children as far as I'm concerned.
That's a little unnecessary.
Actually, I was going to ask, how do you know me, Madame Faruzan?
Huh? You don't remember? I sometimes see you in the library at night. You even waved at me.
No, she didn't.
What? I don't remember doing that at all.
Sleepwalking.
How strange. How However, this is not the time for curiosity. I am Farozan, a household name in Haravatat. You are Layla from Murtawahist, I presume?
Yes.
Good. Then we are officially introduced. See? Simple as that. I like respectful ones, by the way. Would you like to join my research group?
A bit too close.
Madam Faruzan, I'm quite sure this counts as poaching. Let's dial things down.
I know, but it's been tough getting people these days. And research funding has been hard to secure. But once I win this tournament, it'll be a different story.
So you're just here to increase the amount of funding you're getting?
Understandable.
Well, not just that. What, are you curious about my reasons for participating in this event? Well, I suppose that's to be expected. You are our guest commentators after all. There's been an influx of newly enrolled students, and they'll be paying close attention to this competition. If I do win, I'm certain that there will be no lack of students knocking upon my door. Moreover, research resources will be made available to the victor, so that will nix my funding issues. Therefore, my two juniors, I do apologize, but I fully intend to emerge triumphant.
I'll do my best as well. At least I don't plan to lose too badly.
Aw, that's sweet.
So, why are you here, Layla? I don't know why, but a lot of people recommended me. I didn't sign up myself. I just woke up to find my name on the announcement board.
Ouch.
That sounds like what happened to Tainari. Him too? Oh, I'm really nervous. I've been so worried about disappointing everyone that I've been losing sleep.
Stress not, young one. We must all experience failure to grow and mature.
But Madame Farzan, I don't want to fail.
Seriously? Everyone has such nice reasons for joining.
Wow. And what's your story, Keva?
Must I say?
To move out
Yes,
of
you
from
do.
Alhaitham?
We gotta record it.
Well, you know, right? I want to buy some property.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. You want to move out of Alhaitham's.
What? Alhaitham? What about him? This has nothing to do with him.
Paimon, I think you're misremembering things.
Oh, right. Sorry, Paimon has no idea what she was talking about.
Once again, her head in the stars.
You want to use the
not
grand
in the
prize to
clouds.
buy a place, right?
Correct. Also, my father took part in the Interdarshan Championship when I was young, but he didn't win. Once I do, the right to wear that diadem will be mine. In a way, I'll be helping my father fulfill a dream of his.
That's not a bad reason at all. You have ambition, youngster.
Forgot she's
Although your
supposed to be
chances with me
100
here
years
aren't
old.
great, I believe your father would be most proud if the diadem of knowledge were bestowed upon you.
Not that he'll have the chance to celebrate. My father passed away many years ago. They say he ran into quicksand while traveling in the desert.
For you to have experienced such a thing, that must have been tough for you.
It's all in the past now, and life goes on, doesn't it? Let's change topics. I don't want to bring the mood down.
Someone who knows how to read the room.
All right. Earlier, you said that you want to use the prize Mora to purchase a home. Where do you live now? Do you live alone?
Should not have said that, but
Well...
could you say you're living with someone?
I also heard you mention Alhaitham just a moment ago. Isn't he also from Haravatat? Are you two hiding something from me?
No, of course not! Why would you think that?
That laugh.
Definitely not involved either. We're gonna go interview other contestants now. Bye.
Yeah, that's the right response I would have. Traveler, that's the right one. And of course, you're by yourself.
So, what? What are you?
What in
Just
the
call me Hat
fu-
Guy. That's the name I use in Vahumana.
That sounds like a nickname, not a real name.
So I can't go by a simple, ordinary name?
Can't really blame him for that name.
Fine, suit yourself. All right then, Hat Guy. Why are you taking part in the Interdarshan Championship?
Because Nahida.
We're specially invited guest commentators, so play nice and answer our questions.
Alright, you don't need to act like a
You could be Mantra
interrogator.
for all I care. So what if I don't answer you? What then?
You...
Touche.
I'll tell you this much. I have an agreement with someone not to reveal my motives.
Gee, I wonder who could that be?
plotting something in secret, are you?
Well, it's hard to say. Why don't you take a guess?
Ugh, Paimon's had it with you.
What was
Fine,
that sound?
Be that way. Then we won't ask you why you're participating. Instead, why did you join Vahumana?
You two sure like to poke your noses where they don't belong. If I don't say anything, are you going to annoy me to death?
I think Paimon will, not me.
I heard that the Vahumana researcher named Akaba was researching the Tatarasuna incident, so I wrote a few essays to refute his points. Later, when I was bored, I wrote some commentary on societal issues in Inazuma. I didn't expect Vahumana to consider me as one of them. Someone even invited me to a lecture or whatever. From start to finish, it was just the wishful thinking of idiots. A misunderstanding. There's your answer. Simple. But when Lesser Lord Kusanali heard about this, she went out of her way to get me registered in Vahumana. She used the name Hat Guy.
So it was Nahida's doing.
Enough chit-chat. You're better off wasting your time with the other contestants. Someone's about to get very unlucky. Wanna guess who?
How is anyone supposed to relax with you around?
Yeah, I would agree there with that facial expression from the
We've
traveler.
gotta stay alert and keep a close eye on him.
Yeah, let's clear the be suspicious of the
Looks
guy
like
who's
Karina's
not
got a
even
moment
being
now.
strange.
Let's go chat with her.
That timing.
You must be the guest commentators Wikas invited. I've heard about you. I saw you two having quite the lively conversation, so I thought it would be best to wait. Are you two free right now?
We were actually looking for you, too.
Excellent! Then please allow me to explain your job responsibilities in detail. First, please take these two things. The first item is a custom camera from the Academia. Please use it to record the competition as it unfolds. The second is an event-specific locator that will flag all participants' locations. It will also sound when one of them completes an objective.
Interesting.
Wow, what a convenient little thing.
Aside from you two, there are two other commentators. However, they will remain by the commentators area and will not be following the contestants in real time. Speaking of which, you probably know them. Alhaitham and Nilu.
Why am I not surprised? I was wondering where Alhaitham pops up in this.
Oh, it's them! We have to go over and say hi later.
Well, don't let me keep you, unless you have any questions for me.
Have you seen a white-haired man around?
Why do you ask?
I saw someone like that on the stage earlier.
Really? I didn't see any such person. Could I ask when you saw him?
Just before the Academia representatives went on stage.
Strange. I was on stage the entire time, and I didn't see anyone come up.
Paimon didn't see anyone either.
Perhaps you're mistaken. However, if you have any leads on that matter, you can talk to me at any time.
No,
Hey, traveler.
hey.
Paimon. Long time no see.
This is unexpected.
Candace, you two are here as well.
Ah, so they're two friends of yours. In that case, I'll take my leave. May you all have a wonderful time during the extravaganza.
The Academia sent us both invitations, so Dia suggested that we come together. The villagers were also encouraging me to travel outside the village. I couldn't find it in myself to turn them down.
We're here now, so no point dwelling on that. Even though this extravaganza isn't a holiday or anything, it's still a big deal here in Sumeru. Merchants from all over will set up shop. There'll be tons of stuff to eat, use, and wear, more than you can count. I'm already set on helping you buy 2 new outfits. I mean, who wears the same thing at work and home anyway?
I'm looking forward to it. Just being able to relax and wander the streets freely has already made my day.
So, Traveler, Paimon, you two want to come with?
We'd love to, but we've got work to do right now.
Aw, that's a shame. Let's hang out together when you're free then.
Sure!
In that case, Candace and I'll head out first. Good clothing and fabrics are very much in demand. If you snooze, you lose. Oh, right. We should also get some accessories.
No need to rush. I think we'll have a better time if we take things slow. See you two later. Feel free to come find us whenever you have the time.
Paimon didn't think that Candace and Dia would come. Hanging out with them sounds like a great time. Still, looks like the competition's starting soon. Let's go over to where Alhaitham is and see what's going on.
Alrighty. Locator. Okay.
I will now announce the rules for the first round of the competition. Please listen carefully. During the opening ceremony, Academia staff released several cages of butterflies, and many of them are now fluttering within Sumeru City. Amongst these butterflies, 3 of them will be special swift flies. They have a different appearance and also fly a little faster. Your objective this round is to find a swift fly and bring it to me. 3 points will be awarded to the first participant to return, 2 to the second, and 1 point to the third. That is all for the first round. Should you require clarification on anything, please ask any of the other staff.
Alhaitham's all business all the time, huh? That said, how did he get picked to be a commentator? Paimon's kinda curious.
Finding 3 specific butterflies in a place as large as Sumeru City sounds rather improbable.
If these swift flies behave anything like regular butterflies...
I'm off. It will take some time to search every corner of Sumeru City.
Huh? You're going just like that?
A champion walks the road to victory.
And there he goes.
My dear Kasharawar Jr., I have a plan. How about some cooperation between you and me?
Cooperation?
Looks like everyone's got their own plans for this, Tuffy.
That's a first. I've heard
We're
that
supposed
first.
to go on stage next, right? Let's wait and see everyone's reactions first. Huh? Wait a minute. Look, he seems to be observing the other contestants just like we are. We were right not to let our guard down.
Please.
Do you remember those things we made previously?
Huh? You mean...
It's time for them to shine.
It looks like Faruzan and Kaveh have some secret plan.
Oh, hello there. Madame Faruzan and I are discussing how...
Shh! Hush now! The walls have ears around here. We should keep it a secret for now, but you'll find out what we have in store soon enough. Come now, let's go. Before the others act.
All right, there's no time to lose. We're off to make our preparations. See you later.
This is basically what I'll need. Do you think you'll have any difficulties?
I have most of the reagents with me, and I can buy the rest.
you're here too! Kainari, you have a master plan ready?
My hypothesis is that the Swiftfly's morphological variations won't significantly affect their fundamental nature. So I'm planning on using this to lure them out. Of course, I could be wrong. Every mutation opens the door to new possibilities, especially when they are artificially introduced. Details will have to wait until after the post-experimental analysis. For now, Kale and I are going to buy some reagents for our experiment. Alright, well, see you later.
Okay, see ya!
I'm gonna assume Sino is next. Or is it gonna be... Layla.
Hey, Layla! You look a little worried.
Yeah, I have no idea what I should do. What color are these swift flies? Do they have special markings? How do they differ from ordinary butterflies? Oh, I can't even figure out these basic questions, and most of what I've learned in the past is completely useless here.
Why are you being
Aren't
a creep?
people who research the stars supposed to have some extraordinary abilities? Why not use astrology to solve it?
Oh, you're another contestant. That guy, was it?
Is it that you can't use astrology during the day? Guess that skill's less useful than I thought.
No, it's not like that. If it's daytime, all I need is an astrolabe.
So, why don't you do that then?
Mona Magistus, the astrologist, said that those who constantly use astrology to obtain things that shouldn't be theirs will eventually lose the blessing from the stars. It's just something I read in an academic publication. I really love to read Mona's essays.
You're overthinking it. Power is just a tool. It just seems to me that you don't have the resolve to win this. Well, suit yourself. Wallow in your immature ideals if you like.
Hey!
Not surprised.
Just walking off after saying a bunch of mean stuff like that?
What really mean?
Did I say something wrong just now?
It was just a difference in perspectives. That's all.
Thank you so much. I've made up my mind not to use astrology for this. I think I'll just try my luck in the city. To be honest, I've always been pretty good at observation, and if I'm fortunate, I might be able to find that special butterfly species.
That's good.
Lord Sino seems to have found a swiftfly. Come on, let's go check it out.
Why am I not surprised with him?
Really? Where?
The butterfly flew up high, and he's chasing it now.
Oh, no time to lose. Let's go see.
As expected of Sino. Actually, shouldn't you two go have a look as well? The moment when he catches the butterfly will likely be one worth recording after all. I'll head into the city shortly to start my own search. I'll see you later.
Alright, in that case, let's go see Sino first, and then we can check on what everyone else is up to.
Alright.
We found you, Sino! Oh, wait, is that a swiftfly?
Stay put. Don't move.
He caught it! Huh? Sino, what's wrong?
It's a mechanical
This
butterfly.
isn't what I'm looking for. It's a...
Finally, I made it. I heard that you caught a swiftfly, Sino. Mind letting me see what it looks like?
It's a mechanical butterfly, isn't it?
Hold on. Isn't this the mechanical bait that I released earlier? Why would you catch that instead of a swiftfly?
Can you blame
Wait
him?
a minute. If we consider this from a different angle, isn't it a good thing that the bait you made was convincing enough to fool even Sino?
You released?
That's right. During a previous interior design project, I felt that the artificial flowers on a wall were a little bland, so I decided on placing a few moving mechanical butterflies to add some pizzazz. In order to make them both small and nimble, I consulted with Madame Faruzan. Not long ago, the two of us took all those mechanical butterflies and released them into the city.
Why would you do that?
Need you even ask? Young people these days really do need to get out more. Have you never played that game where you place strips of paper on a bamboo pole and wave it across a field of flowers to attract a whole kaleidoscope of butterflies?
No, I haven't. Wait, so you're trying to...
That's right. The butterflies within the city will mistake our mechanical bait for one of their own and follow them around. As long as we keep releasing and retrieving our bait, we can capture all the butterflies within the city. What comes afterward is just a matter of separating the swift flies from the others.
Huh. Guess that's one way to do it.
Do not underestimate the wisdom of your elders. I had already thought of this method the moment the round's rules were announced.
Yeah, I'm sure the rules were fully stated.
Of course, we also owe much to this fine junior of mine here for making such lifelike butterflies. It seems that Kasharawar has not quite declined as far as I had thought in recent years. Their teaching skills at least seem to be intact.
Well, I just stuck to what I do best. The idea was yours.
Ah, no need to be so polite. Once we capture all these butterflies, we shall split the points for this round. Ah, look, one of them is returning now. Huh? Wait a moment. Are my eyes deceiving me? Why don't I see any butterflies behind it?
That's because there are none. Seems like your plan has hit a snag.
Looks like the match continues. I'll be looking elsewhere.
Huh. Strange. Has something else diverted their attention? Come, let's search in the direction the bait returned from.
We'll go have a look too.
Gee, I wonder why. Alrighty. Okay. Peaceful. Hopefully this doesn't get the video claimed. I highly doubt that one. There's Layla. What is going... Yep. I had a feeling Tainari was involved.
Huh? Faruzan? Kaveh? Why did you two stop?
Ah. So it was the Morta boy.
Tainari!
Fascinating, isn't it? The butterflies have all congregated here due to a special incense that I used. I infused it with 3 different types of honey, and the butterflies, following the fragrance, have gathered around me.
Oh, butterflies must have really sharp noses then. Wait, do they even have noses? I've never seen one.
They do not, in fact, and their vision isn't stellar either. However, they can use their antennae to distinguish between scents, and their olfactory senses are generally quite advanced, allowing them to detect floral fragrances from great distances.
Oh, so that's how it is. I had a pet butterfly once. I picked wildflowers and placed them in its box, but it wouldn't eat any.
That's normal. Raising butterflies isn't difficult, but there are many things you should take note of. Appropriate temperature, sufficient air, and a spacious environment are examples of such considerations. You must also ensure that the food you've chosen suits their palate. Most importantly, you must curb your curiosity and avoid disturbing them while they rest. Otherwise, they may become stressed.
Sorry. I liked to poke at its wings at the time.
Humans tend to rear many creatures due to their aesthetic value, but not all are suited to such a process. Caring for living beings is hard work. Impulse alone is insufficient. Some prerequisite knowledge is always required.
You sure do know a lot.
I have a question too. I bought a scarab not long ago and it hasn't seemed very active. Can you help me figure out why?
I'd like to keep a duskbird as a pet. What are some key points I should consider?
Is it possible to keep a Rishbalin tiger as a pet?
All right, it seems like you all have a great deal of questions. But I am in the middle of the Interdarshan Championship at the moment, so I'm afraid I can't answer them all now. Let me propose an alternative. Next month, there will be a biology lecture at Gandharvaville, and I will be sharing some interesting insights on living organisms there. If you're interested, you can attend that lecture, and if you should have any questions, just prepare them ahead of time. I'll answer questions after I've finished speaking.
All right, I'll be there.
There we go.
Of course, please try to ask more rational questions. For example, whether you can raise a Rishbalin tiger as a pet or not is mainly dependent on whether you can overcome one in a fight.
Looks like
Wow.
Kainari's science lecture will draw quite a crowd.
Huh? Oh. Was I listening in for that long? Seems Kale's master does live up to his title as a teacher.
That's a good thing.
Madame Faruzan, I've had a look around. Nearly all the butterflies in this area have been attracted by the incense. However, we can cast our bait further away to avoid this area.
All right, then let's get moving. We shan't let all the butterflies get away from us if we can help it.
Seems like the competition's really
Shan't.
heating up. Let's go see how the other contestants are doing.
I thought it was in Sumeru, not Mondstadt. Yeah, I don't care. It's having fun. This is a case of just, you know, throw a dart in the complete blind and see what result comes from it. Just curious, what does Layla gotta say?
Layla, how are things going on your end?
I've been searching for quite a while now, but I haven't seen any sign of the swiftflies yet. Instead, I ended up catching a few mechanical devices that looked very similar to butterflies. I wonder where they came from.
But where did they
Looks
go?
like Faruzan and Kave's devices are everywhere now.
I'll keep up the search. That said, I've noticed that a number of butterflies in the city has already decreased a lot compared to when the event started. Probably because the other contestants are coming up with their own ways to catch butterflies. Alright, I'll do my best too.
Aww.
Huh? What's this?
Could it be?
Oh, what a coincidence. I guess I just need to catch it now, right? Oh, please wait.
Holy.
There it goes.
It's so fast! Paimon thought all Hatham said they were only a little faster.
No, come back!
And there she goes,
Come
chasing
on,
the
Traveler,
stars.
let's go too.
I don't care. That was a cheesy corny joke.
Off. Looks like someone's already cut themselves a swiftfly.
Oh my god. Is it zigzagging on purpose?
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
The locator's going off again. So, someone else finished too? That would mean that the one Layla's chasing is the last swiftfly.
Oh, it just occurred to me that we should also get you a makeup box.
No, it's fine. I don't think I'll end up using it.
Maybe you won't, but it doesn't hurt to have one, right? Come on, just trust me on this one. Huh? Who are you, and what do you want?
Please, don't move.
Don't move? Who sent you?
Oh my god. Dia, don't let those instincts
Dia.
kick in.
Don't worry, I can handle this. Now, tell me, what do you want?
Why are you facing her? Oh.
I believe she's looking for this. Here, take it.
A butterfly? Was it on my head?
Yes.
Oh, you're...
It's been a while, Layla.
Huh.
A friend of yours? Oh, so she must be the one you were telling me about.
Huh? You two know each other?
Oh yeah, it has been some time. The first time I ever woke up after sleepwalking, I somehow found myself in our village. Candace was the one who took care of me then.
That's right. She didn't look well, so I gave her something to eat. She said a lot of complicated things about astrology, the night sky, the stars. Not sure I understood it all, but it sounded pretty enchanting. Right. Do you still want this butterfly? It seems like you were chasing it all the way here. It's of little use to me, but if you don't want it, I can release it.
Just let her have it. It's no big deal.
The Swiftfly was flying so fast, but you were able to catch it like it was nothing, Candace.
Oh, it didn't seem that quick, really. I was actually worried that I would injure it. But I'm glad that didn't happen.
Anyway, sorry about the butterfly thing. With the way you suddenly came running over like that, I thought you were hired to take us out or something. Huh. On second thought, I guess I've never seen an assassin that looks tired with dark bags around their eyes. Oh, you must be taking part in the championship. Take it from me. Don't let it stop you from getting some rest.
I'll do what I can. Thank you.
We'll be on our way then. See you later.
Alrighty, let's bring the Swiftfly back together with Layla.
Alrighty. That was unexpected. Alrighty. Let's see, who got first?
It seems we have a third contestant who has returned with a Swiftfly. With that, the first round has come to an end. I anticipate that all of you will keep up the effort for the second round.
Wait, a
Dismissed.
third?
Your closing statement sounded so... how do I put it? Decisive?
Well, you could certainly stand to try being more decisive, Nilu. It would help you live more freely.
Hang on a second. Who were the first two contestants with Swiftflies?
Tainari was first, and as for the second, it's being discussed right now.
Uh-oh. It's being discussed.
Hey, Alhaitham, I think I've come up with a good idea. Second place gets 2 points, right? Can't Madame Faruzan and I split the points between us?
And there's
Quite the imagination you have there. I've read the championship handbook from cover to cover, and I never saw any rule which permits that.
Then we can just add a rule.
Do you really think I'd do that?
Ouch.
Come on, you're not going to stand in the way of my victory, are you?
Well, you're free to send the organizing committee an application outlining your naive proposal. They'll get back to you within 3 working days.
3 working days? It'll be too late by then.
Unfortunately for you, even dreaming is gonna cost you.
Ouch.
Paimon gets it now. Kaveh and Faruzan found the second Swiftfly together, but the rules say that only one person can get the points.
Touche.
Oh well, the rules are the rules. Since you call me madam and politely ask for my help, I shall give you these points.
Aw, that's too sweet.
So I'll put the points under Kave's name then?
No. If I take these points, won't that only detract from your contributions, Madame Faruzan?
Oh my god.
You might be alright with that, but I cannot do it. Not in good conscience.
I don't have any problem with it. There are 2 more rounds after all. Losing one isn't a major setback. But if you insist, I have another method. We can draw lots to see who will receive the points.
Smart idea.
Lots, huh?
Uh-oh.
What? Is there something wrong with that idea?
No. Well, let's do it.
All right. I'll get the paper needed for the lots. Give me a moment.
Yep.
Oh, seriously?
Someone with some
I'm
bad
sorry,
gotcha luck.
but it appears that luck was on my side this time.
No, you do deserve it. I'm just lamenting my bad luck. Perhaps that's why my life is rife with troubles.
Indeed. It's rare to see anyone with such terrible luck be so willing to decide victory via lots.
And what would you know about that? I was
gonna say, I heard someone
we
from
can
Mondstadt
save bickering for
knows
later.
that.
Record the points under Farazan, and that'll finally bring the first round to a close. The second round will be held in the desert. We'll be moving our commentator stand over to Aru Village. Let's meet up in Aru Village once everything is ready. I'll announce the details of the second round then. Till then, you have some free time. I'm off the clock at this point, so it's farewell for now.
Wait, I'll hate them! You...
Oh god, that's too funny.
Don't be upset, Kaveh. Sighing can carry away your good luck, you know.
Oh, so that's how it works. In that case, I'll take in some deep breaths. Maybe that'll help me make up for all the luck I've lost. It's really no big deal. 2 points aren't enough to decide victory or defeat just yet.
Bold words.
I'll win the next round, you'll see.
Looks like you've managed to pick yourself back up, young man. Good. I must warn you, though, that I'm quite familiar with the desert. You'll have to try your best if you don't want to lose.
I'm no stranger to the desert either. I'll be fine. All right then, that's enough chit-chat for now. I'm going to check the area out.
So the current standings are Tainari in first place, Faruzan in second, and Layla in third.
That's not bad.
Guess we should also take a nice break before the next round starts. But where should we go first?
Why, you two look a little lost. If you're not sure where to start enjoying the Academia extravaganza, then may I suggest that you have a chat with our boss?
Oh boy.
Your boss? Who's that? Do we know them?
Well, only the most famous merchant in all of Sumeru, Lord Sangamo Bay.
Oh, you mean Dory!
Yep.
Precisely. Our boss sent me to inform you two that she'll be waiting for you at Sumeru City's North Gate.
Alright. Oh, time to look for her. And there she is.
Oh, well, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon.
Hey, Dory! Are you here to attend the Academia Extravaganza too?
Of course! People are practically flocking to Sumeru City. You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to do business. This is one of the entrances into the city, and it's very close to the Wisdom Gala booths. There'll be an endless stream of customers. I can already hear the Mora going clink, clink, clink as they fill my coin pouch.
Oh my god.
Well, is there anything you'd like to purchase? We've got everything you need and deals that can't be beat.
God, her design is probably one of the more fun ones I enjoy.
Do you have anything to eat?
Oh, wait, we're celebrating the extravaganza and you're only thinking of eating... I mean, of course, we've got lots of things to eat. That said, I recommend that you also consider some of the great bargains we have going on. The Wisdom Gala is about to begin, and once it starts, each of the Darshans will prepare a small challenge for everyone. And just between us, I have some super booster supplements for sale. Eat just one to boost both your strength and dexterity for a short time, allowing you to overcome any challenge.
No thanks, we'll pass. These little challenges are gonna be a cinch for the two of us. Just you watch. Anyway, Paimon just wants something to eat, please. If you don't have any food, then we'll just go go somewhere else.
Not surprising.
All right. Mora is Mora after all. Oh, what would you like to eat?
Well, Paimon's pretty hungry right now. Do you have any touching?
Let me see.
And into the bush she goes.
This is a huge job, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
If this works out, we'll be set.
Yeah.
Here you go. 2 servings of touching. See? I told you there's nothing Lord Sangamabay can't procure.
Yay! Huh? What are you looking at, Traveler?
Thought I saw someone just now.
Who? Someone we know?
They're gone.
Was it someone suspicious? Have we attracted some unwanted attention?
Huh? What's happening, Dory? Is there something else going on?
I don't know who you saw just now, but I do have some hard-to-come-by information about the extravaganza. If you want to know more, we can talk business later.
Very professional. Jim does all the event stuff. Intrude steps. A lot of interesting names. Well, let's move on with things. What is going on? Yeah, I have the feeling this was not voiced. $1 million? I'll take it. I swear, Dory's interactions are probably the most funniest interactions out of most of the Sumeru characters. Not saying all of them are bad, it's just Dory's is always the funniest ones. Wondering what's going on with that little piece. That little crown. Many years ago. I'll do this real quick. That incident from 20 years ago. Guess I'll try and tell you. Curious what you have to say. The situation. Huh. Oh, they are Arana. Interesting.
Is it me, or are the bags under your eyes even darker than during the last round? Are you alright?
Thanks for the concern, Kaveh. I just haven't been sleeping well lately. Even though I try to fall asleep, I can't get the championship out of my head. And before I know it, it's morning again.
I know the feeling. That happens to me too when I'm agonizing over my blueprints.
Do you have any tips for dealing with that?
To be honest with you, no. You could say there are many things that don't have a quick fix and can only be endured.
That's slightly positive.
I suppose you can think of it as something akin to an illness. Sometimes there's no effective cure, so you just have to let things run their course. I don't know what's stressing you out, but I can feel all the anxiety and pressure coming from you. The next round's about to start, so chin up and do your best.
Oh, okay. You do your best too.
Looks like everyone's here. I will now explain the second round to you all. There are 3 ley line disruptors buried in the area around Aru Village. These devices can imitate the effects of ley line disruption and will constantly interfere with the environment. Your goal is to shut them down. The first 3 who manage to finish this task will be awarded 4, 3, and 2 points accordingly. Note that each person may only bring a set amount of food and water with them, and that leaving the designated competition zone will result in disqualification.
Well, what do you think? Want to team up again? I shall consider letting you have the points on account of what happened in the previous round.
That's all right. I've been here many times, and in any case, machines are one of my specialties. I doubt this will be particularly difficult.
It's good to see such confidence in a youngster like yourself. I also happen to be well acquainted with this place. Let's see who will find these devices first. But aside from us, you should remember that there's a favorite for Champion. We must be careful of him.
A favorite to win? Who is it?
Paimon knows it.
Not so loud. I mean that boy, Tainari. He took first place in the previous round, and if he does so again this time, we may as well declare this competition over. I heard that you solved the Avidya Forest's leyline effluence problem with him not long ago. Since this round involves resolving a machine-simulated leyline disruption, it should be a simple matter for him.
That's true. It does look like his odds of winning are pretty high.
He already has Kale, who is an excellent pupil. If he were to win this round as well, then wouldn't we just be letting him have all the fun?
Okay.
As his senior, it's my solemn duty to prevent such an inequitable arrangement from happening. I'm off.
I'll get going as well. See you later.
How are you feeling?
I think I'm okay, but I'll take things slowly for now.
Is this all the water we're getting?
Sorry, that's what the rules say. While this round seems to be about how quickly you can shut down the devices, it's also testing your ability to survive in tough conditions.
I knew it'd be harder than I had expected. So we'll either need to find the devices as quickly as possible, or we'll have to save our energy and wait for an opportunity. Okay, I'll head out shortly. Thanks a lot, Nilu.
You're welcome. Please take care of yourself.
Well, there goes everybody. So, who should we visit this time? Let Paimon think. Oh, right! Didn't Faruzan say that Tainari's the favorite to win? Let's go look for him first.
There's someone missing. That's for sure. Let me guess. Of course. Of course they're not gonna let us easily just jump to it.
Hey, Tainari? Tainari?
He's over there.
You're right! Huh? Oh no, it looks like he's fainted! We have to help him! Tainari, are you okay?
It's so hot.
Yeah, not surprised there.
Oh, so you passed out because of the heat! Are you not used to getting around in the desert?
That's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert, precisely to avoid this situation. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, I started feeling dizzy. My ancestors, the Valukashuna, were originally from the desert. But I guess this is what happens when a species migrates. They become intolerant of their original environment.
This isn't the time for a history lesson. Let's get you some water.
No.
Humans. Such fragile beings. Your bodies can't even survive extreme changes in the environment.
And you consider yourself strong?
Here, take this. Let him drink it.
It's a nice image.
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Hey! You're leaving already?
It seems it really is just water.
Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What's he up to? Anyway, let's focus on helping Tainari drink some water first.
I'm feeling a little better now. Thanks, you two.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us. Just now.
Found you at last.
Sino, you're here too.
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able to go on?
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed right off. I don't see any purpose in pushing myself beyond what is reasonable. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru Village and rest.
Really? So you're backing out?
Yes. I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, I still have a chance to turn things around later. Withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy. Continuing to push onward would be counterproductive.
Very decisive.
A wise decision. Let's get you back to Aru Village.
It's fine. I can make it back on my own.
Oh, stop trying to be so polite. Come on, we'll help you back to Aru Village.
Alrighty.
How are you feeling now, Tainari? Do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can stop for a while.
All right, let's do that.
Oh, Sino and Tainari. And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you.
Oh, hey, Layla!
Yeah, the sun was too strong, so I decided to take cover here for a while. What about you? Are you all done already?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite as capable as I thought. I intend to withdraw from this round. Sino and the Traveler are escorting me back to Aru Village.
Withdraw? Can you even do that?
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Alhaitham did say that the act of leaving the competition grounds would result in disqualification from the round.
Didn't I ask you if you were all right before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then, you wouldn't have had to suffer.
Well, I had to try, didn't I? So I tried, and it didn't work out. And now I'm backing out while I can. When I get back, I'm definitely going to make a batch of sun-resistant oil. Next time I venture into the desert, I'll be prepared. By the way, you're Layla, aren't you? You don't look very well yourself. Will you be all right?
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the desert, but I feel a lot better after resting here for a while.
Be careful not to push yourself too hard.
Don't worry. I'm just...
Feeling the pressure?
You can tell?
Your expression is similar to the ones I see on criminals' faces when I interrogate them.
Okay.
To tell you the truth, I'm still not sure whether I have what it takes to represent the Ratawa Darshan in the championship. Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me, and to be honest, those rumors don't really mean anything. Now I don't know how to deal with all the expectations they've put on me. Even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this time. So I feel like I have to live up to their expectations somehow.
So their expectations are putting pressure on you.
Yes. Actually, I heard that you were voted in as well, Tainari. How do you deal with it?
To be completely honest, I don't really feel any pressure. Firstly, those who expect things from you do not necessarily do so for benign reasons. On the other hand, those who do consider your feelings certainly wouldn't want you to push yourself. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is to interact with knowledge, not to meet others' expectations. As for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an academic lecture at Gandharvaville next month. I'll obviously try my best during the competition, but I won't let any additional pressure get to me. I think you can also try to find a clearly defined goal. That may help you.
I understand. Thanks for your advice.
I'm absolutely parched after talking so much.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll be all right. We aren't far from Aru Village, so I can go the rest of the way myself. You should get back to the competition. Don't you want to win that limited edition card?
Yes. All right then. Your spirit will live on through me.
Hey, don't talk like that. I'm not dead, Sino. Everyone, I'll be heading back now. See you after the round ends.
I'll continue searching for the ley line disruptors.
Are you feeling better now, Layla?
Oh boy, that was too funny. Not laughing at that.
Yeah, I feel like some of the weight has been taken off my shoulders after chatting with Tainari. It's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the academia, and every day here has been so precious. But of course, there have been some rough times. All sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and essays that took all my brain power to barely finish. Each of those things are like huge boulders barreling at me, forcing me to continue running forward. When I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another boulder was added to the ones already rolling behind me. Every time I close my eyes, I think of all the people I'd disappoint if I mess up.
We prefer you to be happy, Layla.
Yeah, I think that's what
I stuttered
Tainari
on
was
that
trying to
sentence.
tell me. You're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from dropping out of this round, and why you don't feel disappointed in me.
That's right! No need to feel so down!
That said, he did also say that he hopes I could have more concrete goals for taking part in this competition. I don't have any now, but I'll give that some thought. Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. You still have to record the other contestants' progress, don't you? Perhaps they've had some breakthroughs while we've been chatting.
True. We should go look for the others. Now, who's left? Tainari's dropped out for the round, and we just saw Sino.
You could go see how Madame Farozan's doing. I've heard that she's quite knowledgeable about the desert, so she's probably made some progress by now.
Okay, let's go look for Farozan.
Alrighty, where is she?
Hey there, Farozan. Have you made any progress?
You're just in time. I'm about to start digging right here.
Oh, you found the ley line disruptor already?
Such a simple problem could never confound me. Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal construct that was acting abnormally, so I followed it all the way here.
Uh-oh.
Once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared. Something unusual must be happening around this area.
You're a true expert, Madame Farozan. You knew what to do right away.
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most. But that aside, has anyone completed this challenge yet?
Nope, not yet.
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. What about that boy Tainari?
He withdrew from this round.
Oh? And why's that?
He's not used to being out and about in the desert.
Huh. I didn't think he would have such a weakness. I suppose he could use a bit more training. What about the others? Is that Ratawahist girl still a bundle of nerves?
Tainari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now. Sino just started his search for the disruptors, and as for Hat Guy, well, who knows what he's thinking.
And what about Kaveh? Has he found a ley line disruptor yet?
Byron doesn't think so, or our locators would have already let us know.
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skills, you should have heard something from him by now. Well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here. You should probably go find Kaveh and see how he's faring now.
Come on, stop following me! I already gave you all the food I had on me.
Aww.
You can cry all you want. I don't have any more food. All I have left is a half bottle of water, and I can't possibly give you that. Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult, and I still need to find what I'm looking for. Marak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
Okay. I was not expecting that.
You are. Farozan told us to come see how you're doing. What are you up to?
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long after I entered the desert, I was accosted by these fellows. I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds, and now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the area. The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply. Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
Kaveh, is this flying metal thingy yours?
That's right. This is my toolbox, Marak.
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy. Hey there! Can you understand us?
I love it. I love it already. Why is it here with you?
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a portable toolbox.
Clever.
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an ordinary toolbox, that's for sure.
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a merchant group who had a machine core they excavated from some tomb. It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology still isn't fully understood, and Kasharawar has many different opinions on this topic. Our current theories cannot explain such mysteries, Upon seeing such a rare, complete specimen before me, I forked over all the mora on my person to purchase it. Some time back, I wanted to make an automated case that could store my offloaded items. With that core, I created Mirak.
Well, that's clever.
It can't understand commands that are too complex, but it can serve as my assistant and help me with things like mapping and surveying. Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any attitude.
Aw. Oh no. Are you gonna be
yes.
mean?
Thanks for helping hide the fact that I live at Alhatham's place earlier.
Well, Paimon was the one who gave it away in the first place.
Sorry.
I hope this season of my life ends soon, so I can get things back on track. Things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried and left for Fontaine. Or maybe it all started when I spoke to Alhatham in the library. Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazarzaray burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Oh, when's this going to end? Now that I think about it, I guess we're all unlucky here. It's not like any of you asked to be trapped in a ley line disruption. Okay, let me get you all out.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the ley line disruptors?
Yes, but I can't just leave them here, can I? Oh, forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel a headache coming on. I'll get back to searching once I get them out of here. Time's a-wasting. I'm off.
Kaveh looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help.
He's a unique character, that's for sure.
Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets himself into tough spots. Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of guy who'd be really easy to take advantage of.
You're certainly cruel with the truth.
Whoa, someone's done already!
That was quick.
Right? Wonder who it is. Let's go back and ask Alhatham.
Alrighty. And of course it's Sino.
Verification complete. Congratulations on being this round's first winner, Sino.
I'm not surprised.
So Sino was the quickest.
I am from Spontamod, after all. We know a lot about ley lines, so finding a disruptor was never going to be particularly difficult for me.
Since the Traveler and Paimon also happen to be here, do you have anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say? My friend couldn't continue on, so failure was never an option. The bonds of yesterday will forge the road to tomorrow. With the ties of friendship that bind us, I won't lose to anyone.
Wow.
That's a line from King of Invocations, one of my favorite works, and it sums up my thoughts right now.
It might be a good thing that Tighnari isn't here, or else he'd give Sino a good smack right about now.
That's, very much Sino.
Oh wow, it's already so late. Everyone's probably running low on food and water. It'll only get harder from here on out.
Something similar happened in King of Invocations. What a classic.
Any thoughts on that, Alhatham?
I have no thoughts regarding King of Invocations.
Milu obviously wasn't asking about that.
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end. At the moment, only Farazan, Layla, and Kaveh remain.
I wonder who the next person to find a disruptor will be.
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tighnari forfeited, and Sino's already done. What about Hat Guy?
He also forfeited not long ago.
I'm not surprised.
Paimon can't understand what he's thinking at all. But, like Alhatham said, this round's almost over. Let's go see what the other contestants are doing.
Alrighty.
it suddenly occurred to me that you guys have had to do a lot of running around this time. Don't you find it tiring?
It's not that bad.
Really? Wow. I don't know where you get your strength from. The desert's getting colder now that night's falling, and the wind can really sting your face because of all the sand in it. Has anyone finished this round yet?
Sino's already shut one down. Have you made any progress yet?
I circled the whole area, but I didn't find anything. But I did have the chance to think some more about that thing that was weighing on my mind, and I realized something.
And what was that?
Well, my fellow Retawahist members must have all put my name forward for different reasons, and maybe a lot of them only picked me because they wanted to watch me make a fool of myself. But be that as it may, I believe that a lot of them genuinely do expect great things from me. And I want to live up to their expectations. I don't want them to regret putting my name down.
Huh? But doesn't thinking like that put a lot of pressure on you?
Of course, that comes with some amount of pressure for sure. But now I've thought about it, I don't feel like this is something I have to do. Instead, it's something I want to do. That may not sound like a huge difference to you, but it's helped me relax a lot. So don't worry about
God.
me.
It's gonna make me want to yawn.
That's great!
Also, now that I've relaxed, I'm suddenly really sleepy.
Oh god, this is a bad time to record this late at night.
I think I'll just take a quick nap. Just a quick one.
And sleepwalking. The efforts.
But the competition isn't over yet. Oh, Layla. She's really a bundle of nerves, isn't she?
Wait, you're...
Sleepwalking Layla.
Good to see you too. Ooh, it's nice to be out. Feels like I've been cooped up inside for quite a while.
Yep.
Well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. What are we supposed to be doing here again? Finding a ley line disruptor, was it? Let me see. Looks like she's basically gathered all the information she needs. It won't take long to wrap this up. Come with me, you two.
Wow. What? It's like a whole different person.
Do you ever get the feeling that the ley lines have a regular flow? Similar to the way that celestial bodies follow fixed orbits. If we were looking down from on high, I wonder whether we'd find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars upon the Earth. Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's the same situation with the ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other phenomena.
Follow the other Layla. It's like they didn't even want to put the sleepwalking mentioning that detail.
Now that someone has shut one of the disruptors down, the contrast between before and after can provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think. This should be it, right? I'll turn it off. That should restore the ley lines in the area to normal.
Nice work!
Again, I didn't do any of the real work. I'm just wrapping up. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but once she's got her bearings, she'll go and report that she shut down this disruptor. Will you be staying here for a while? Or are you going to check on the other contestants?
Oh, time to check our locator. Whoa, it looks like Kaveh and Farozan are headed towards the same place.
Perhaps they're about to find the last disruptor. Also, speaking of Kaveh, he's an interesting one.
Why do you say that?
Before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a magic cure. Sometimes you just have to endure them as best you can until they run their course. But the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other self's. She just hadn't found what she wanted to do at the moment, which is why she felt lost. Kaveh, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he has to win, and yet he still seems conflicted. He doesn't have a second personality, but somehow he still seems that he's at odds with himself in some way. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's smiling on the outside, but there's no joy inside, only sorrow. Still, who knows? He must be more experienced than me. Maybe he's just better at dealing with it all than I am. But back to the topic of wrapping up. Shouldn't you be getting back to the action to record how everything plays out? Last one, then the round's over.
Oh, true. Okay then, guess we'll be going now. We'll keep everything you said in mind. Kaveh and Faruzan were super confident at the start.
It should be around here.
Finally found it.
Kaveh? Are you?
Oh, Madame Faruzan. And here I thought you would have finished this round by now.
Faruzan! Kaveh! Oh, looks like Layla's already done.
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the same time. How are the other contestants doing?
Tainari and Hat Guy forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. You two are the only ones left. Huh? That's weird. Didn't you start digging really early on?
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I found a ruin. I fell down pretty deep, and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to unlock the various mechanisms and return to the surface.
That's actually really impressive.
Finishing a week's worth of trials in such a short time. Huh. That's pretty amazing, Madame Faruzan.
What about you? Why are you so late?
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I came back, I was absolutely parched. And then I blacked out. Probably from the heat, you know? When I woke up, it was already night. I used the last of my strength to come here.
A most curious reason indeed. But are you sure you're all right? It sounds like you were in an incredibly dangerous situation. You said you were familiar with the desert, but the way you handle problems... It does feel rather at odds with your title as a genius.
It was problematic, but that had nothing to do with me being a genius. It was my decision. The way I did things wasn't optimal, but I wouldn't have been comfortable not doing it either. My conscience would have weighed on me.
Youths these days, each stranger than the next. But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very certain that this is where the final leyline disruptor is, let's dig it up then. Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no doubt. But how shall we count the score this time? What is it, youngster? You seem relieved.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that this round's finally over. There shouldn't be any more innocent creatures getting wrapped up in danger. As for the points, I guess we can draw lots again later. I can't think of anything better.
All right, in that case, let's all head back to Aru Village. Paimon thinks you'll both need some water and rest.
Looks like the second round is over. I wonder who is faster, Kaveh or Madame Faruzan? Huh? Where's Madame Faruzan?
She went to get water. She'll be back shortly. We basically arrived at the same time, so we'd like to draw lots again.
You get caught up in some things so easily. like drawing lots.
I'm not caught up in anything. Don't make it sound like I take pleasure in having bad luck.
Really? Then should I say that you have a curious affinity for drawing lots?
I'll go get the box and slips of paper for the lots. Please wait a moment.
And this is where he loses again.
Oh, here we go again. Let's see how I fare.
Wow, talk about confident.
I got it! Did you see that? I won!
And golf clap.
Congratulations! Looks like Kave's luck's taking a turn for the better!
Oh, finally! After all this time!
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations in the desert. This round's points are yours.
And with that, our second round is done. Sino, Layla, and Kave are our victorious contestants. As for the current standings, let me see. Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The rest in descending order are Tainari, Faruzan, Kave, and Hakai. The next round will be the final one. Please rest up before then, everyone. I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting new games, so feel free to drop by if you're interested. Otherwise, see you next round.
Alrighty. Oh boy, what's going on here?
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
That secret conversation we overheard after the first round ended.
Traveler, Paimon, I finally found you.
Finally? Did something happen?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's Academia Extravaganza? When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of some mercs on business. Thing is, they were disguised as tourists here to shop. But no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks, I bet they do dirty work like kidnapping or assassinations.
We eavesdropped on them for a while. Their target seems to be someone called Sachin.
Sachin? Isn't that the person who Karina mentioned during the opening ceremony? He's apparently the sponsor behind the competition prizes and the Diadem of Knowledge, but he hasn't shown himself at all.
Sounds like a rich person, all right. It makes sense now. The Eremites have been struggling to make ends meet recently, so a lot of groups have been doing private work that involves the rich. In their words, one gig sets you up for half a year. Just one job like this nets them enough mora to take it easy for a while.
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City all at once, so it's likely that they took advantage of the bustle to sneak in. Dia and I wanted to directly capture them, but they were on guard and made some excuse to slip away.
I would have tied him up if it wouldn't have caused a scene. Who's legally supposed to take care of this kind of thing? The Matra or the Corps of 30?
If Sino were here, he'd definitely get involved. Why don't we head over to the Academia and tell Amatra? Thanks a million, you two.
Not at all. It was coincidence on our part as well.
Yeah, don't sweat it. The Eremites' reputation is gonna get even worse if these scumbags succeed. But this is Sumeru City. Candace and I don't have as much freedom to act here, so we're leaving this in your hands.
Should you require our aid, come find us at the cafe.
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Is it the extravaganza? 'Cause Paimon's starting to think that there's more than meets the eye here, too. But thinking like this isn't doing anything. Let's just go find Amatra.
Alrighty.
Hello, both. It's been a while. Do you have any issues to report? Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness. Though I suppose it's not all that surprising. The growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost as its sponsor. He's seen as one of these super rich types.
Well, since he's got a target on his back now, shouldn't you send some people to protect him?
To tell you the truth, we've thought about doing just that. However, Sachin apparently prefers to spend most of his time out doing field work, and hardly ever comes back to Sumeru City. No one has been able to contact him. Our only lead is something he once said. Each time the Inter-Darshan Championship is held, I will be watching from close by to choose a suitable person to inherit my estate. Assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the Eremites in question must have heard about that as well, and decided to come here and try their luck.
So they shouldn't know where Sachin is either, right?
I would assume not. Anyway, Mahamatra Saino is still on vacation, so I'll handle this. Don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't gonna get very far in Sumeru City these days. I have my ways of forcing them out into the open. All of that said, if you're interested in Sachin's story, why don't you try tracking him down as well? The sooner we ascertain his whereabouts, the quicker we can act to ensure his safety. I mean, you could task all the Matra and the whole Corps of 30 with someone's protection, but if the client doesn't show themselves, there's nothing we can do to help them.
Fair point. Guess we should start searching for him too, but where should we start?
Do the Matra have any information at all on Sachin?
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken academic protocol, so we don't have a very detailed file on him. I've heard that Alhaitham has now stepped down from his post as acting Grand Sage and is back to being the scribe again. Maybe it's worth checking to see if he knows anything.
Good idea! Okay, we'll head back to the extravaganza venue and see if we can find him.
Alrighty, and back to it.
Hey, Nilu, have you seen Alhaitham anywhere?
Alhaitham? Why, what is it?
We're trying to track down someone and we need him to pull up some records for us.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I don't know where he went. He's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never tells anyone where he'll be going.
Huh. Yeah, actually, that sounds about right for him.
Let me think. To be honest, he doesn't seem very interested in the extravaganza, so he probably doesn't stick around longer than he has to. To him, being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into. Do you guys know of any places he'd go after work?
Maybe he went home?
Ooh, maybe. Paimon remembers that his house isn't that far from here, so we might as well check it out.
Either way. Let's get to it.
Maybe no one's home. Hello? Alhaitham? Are you in? We need your help with something.
Oh, it's you two?
Oh, Kage, you're home!
Come on in, I'll get the door for you.
Proceed to walk into the door. Oops.
We didn't hear a peep when we first knocked. We thought no one was home.
Well, I can't be too careful. If someone from the academia came here looking for Alhaitham, and I opened the door for them without thinking, before long the whole city would know that I'm living here.
You're pretty conscientious about this, huh? So, what happens if someone comes inside looking for him while you're at home?
It's fine, as long as I stay in my own room. Anyway, why would someone just barge in here looking for him? Most people have better things to do.
Fair enough. So do you know where he is at the moment?
What do you think? Who knows what he does in his free time? All that matters to me is that he's out of the house.
Do you two have a quarrel or something?
I wouldn't call it that. He's just incapable of saying anything pleasant at all. I told him how the second round went. I won the lot draw, remember? Because of good karma, of course. My luck's on the rise. But him, being him... You wouldn't believe what he said after I was done talking! You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach prestige to seniority at all. What does he mean, manner becoming of an upperclassman? What, am I supposed to earn the title of upperclassman now? And he didn't stop there. He said, I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've managed to make it to this age without acknowledging the proverbial elephant in the room of your life.
Yeah, that does sound like something Alhaitham would say.
I've had it with him. Every time I talk to him, it's the same way. He finds a way to infuriate me every single time. Anyway, the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. I'm actually packing my things right now. He'll have to get used to doing his own cleaning and tidying from now on. See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me too. If his life wasn't utterly devoid of artistic sensibility already, it certainly will be after today.
Wait, you're moving out already? But the competition isn't even over yet. How can you afford it?
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm just packing early to get ahead of the game. I've got my new place picked out already. The moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my things right in. It'll take me 3 days tops to move out of here for good. I now know what I have to do to achieve this goal. No matter what happens in the third round, I will win. I will emerge triumphant. You'll see.
Well, we'll be rooting for you. But are you sure you'll be all right?
In what way?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get caught up in internal conflict.
Meaning what exactly? Oh, don't tell me you think I have serious personality flaws too.
Oh, we didn't say that. But think about it. You say you want to win, but you also turned Faruzan down when she offered to give you her points. Plus, you took it upon yourself to help those desert foxes.
Wait, what's so unusual about all that? I gave you my reasons. I would have felt guilty otherwise. Where's the conflict in that?
Why would you feel guilty?
Well, when you put it like that, yes, why indeed? It's a good question. I guess it's just in my nature. Plus, if I just did nothing, then there'd be no escaping the blame if something bad came of it later down the line.
But thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to mention that by helping out, you put yourself at risk. Fainting in the middle of the desert, for example. Was that really worth it?
It's complicated. Look, let's maybe leave this conversation for another time. What was it you needed Alhaitham's help with, anyway?
We'd like him to help us look into Sachin.
Huh. He did actually mention a Sachin recently. I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and doodling as he went. He even suggested that I should take a look, but I didn't. Give me a moment. Let me go find them. Ah, this is the one. Here, take it.
You sure he'd be okay with this?
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping himself to my beer whenever he pleases. And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see the point at the time, so he just left them on the side. He doesn't leave documents lying around unless he's okay with other people reading them. It's fine, I promise.
Cool, if you say so. Okay, let's see what he's got on Sachin.
Ready? Oh my good lord.
That was a lot of information. Paimon's getting a headache.
Not
So,
surprising.
to sum up, Sachin put the academia in charge of managing his estate and went off to do research, right? He even said that if he really liked one of the contestants, he wouldn't just give them a reward, but his entire estate as well. Oh, be worth heaps and heaps of Mora.
What? Are you serious? All of Sachin's wealth, that's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. Heck, if I got chosen, I'd be able to pay off all my debts, then buy a new place, and still have cash to burn. I could build another Palace of Alcazar's Array, except this time, I'd make it 10 times bigger. Oh, then there's that new project in Port Ormos, of course. The bridge renovation. To do it properly would take upwards of...
Hey, snap out of it! You're getting way ahead of yourself there, mister.
You're right. First, I need to focus on winning and moving out of this place.
Huh? Wait a moment. There's a loose slip of paper tucked in between these pages. Did Alhaitham write this? It looks like he was jotting ideas down as he was thinking things over. Let's see. Two phrases have been circled. Sachin, dead or alive, unknown, and diadem of knowledge. Some of this stuff is just plain incomprehensible. Is this written in some other language?
Let me see. Huh. I recognize this script. Give me a second. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. That's a rough translation anyway. I can't guarantee it's 100% accurate. There's another smaller line of text underneath. Why would he bring that up?
Wow, it's so cool that you can actually read this script!
We worked together on a project once when we were students. The title was Decoding the Runes and Architectural Philosophy of the Ruins of King Deshret's Civilization. I had to familiarize myself a little with this script at the time.
Oh, interesting. So, any idea what Alhaitham meant by all this?
Who knows? The way his mind works is one of the great mysteries of the world.
Fair enough. Well, guess we've learned all we can here.
Let's hope Arva made some progress.
Yeah, he better catch those crooks. But until then, let's just head out for a stroll.
That's a good thing. Alrighty.
That the Matra have arrested some Eremites who snuck into the city. Maybe they were the ones plotting to kidnap Sachin. Let's go to the Academia and check with Arav.
Alrighty, let's get to...
You're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you. I only just finished interrogating the suspects.
What did you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected details, let's put it that way. The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone dress up as Sachin and they took the bait. But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation, we learned that they were hired by Sachin's own child.
What? Why would someone want to kidnap their own father? What's up with that?
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. Most of them are still snooping around outside the city. We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and round them all up. Would you like to come along?
Sure! Let's go get to the bottom of all this!
Alrighty.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit? It's this guy. He hired us to kidnap Sachin.
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with them?
With who? Who did this?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated us for a bit.
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. Jawani, Sachin's son. If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're done, I'm arresting them all and taking them back to the Academia for further interrogation.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life, not giving a second thought for my welfare. As if that's not bad enough already, he went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia, along with a contract saying that one day he'd pass it all on to a genius he admired. That's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's mine, I'll just have to take it from him.
You were seriously planning to?
Of course! Didn't he say he would be here somewhere, watching the championship from the shadows? So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia doesn't agree to hand over the goods, I make him publicly announce that I'm his chosen genius.
Oh, did you find him?
No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. He's probably cooped up somewhere watching all this go on and laughing to himself. I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a madman's truly capable of.
What do you know about the Diadem of Knowledge?
Diadem of Knowledge? You mean that thing he donated to the academia? Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold a lot of assets to purchase it back in the day. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming from the storage room. Also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that same storeroom and researched it non-stop for days. Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point. Nothing he did shocked me.
What do you mean, something wrong with him?
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out into the desert for research and didn't return for many years. When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly and write essays day and night. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with him. When he got back, he signed his contract with the academia. Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps the man we called Sachin was a demon from the desert who was wearing his skin.
Okay, you can stop now. You're creeping Paimon out.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see Sachin, tell him this for me. Whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Thanks for providing us with the critical information. Do you still have any lingering concerns?
The Diadem of Knowledge.
Yeah! Al-Haytham's notes do mention that item.
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the diadem, I'd suggest contacting the organizers and getting them to pause the competitions while we investigate.
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back to the venue. We need to tell Karina what's going on.
Hard?
Karina!
You're finally back.
Uh-oh.
Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you. The third round's already started.
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kidnap Sachin. But that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with the Diadem of Knowledge, and we'd like to investigate it.
The diadem? That seems unlikely. The Diadem of Knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Why has this come up now?
Some new information has come to light.
This is pretty serious. Let me think. Okay, here's the situation. The diadem is currently in Mount Deima Forest. We moved it there before the third round began. In the third round, contestants have to go into Mount Deima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. The first person to do this gets 4 points. Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition. As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make it in time.
You have to give it a shot.
I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately. Let's hope nothing happens.
Alright, let's go!
Alrighty.
That's weird. The locator stopped working. Is the forest interfering with it? Ugh. Let's just go grab the diadem.
Nope.
Oh, looks like Layla has seized the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
That guy enters the fray. Arizon's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
It's Kave's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner!
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
Oh no.
At long last, someone to inherit my estate, and with it, my research. Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my child.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment of Sachin's mind. Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he, more cognizant of the trials and tribulations of this world. It is you who are worthy to inherit all that I once owned. We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. So please, pay attention and bear witness. You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdarshan Championship. The Academia has many rare talents among its ranks, and you are the creme of the creme. But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you were victorious, but also due to our similarities in character.
Me? Similar to you?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists, and that is the source of our misery. 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Alas, endless strife and slaughter. Conflict over water sources, robbing of merchant caravans, exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day. Beyond the wall of Samiel lay a completely different world from the one I knew. The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly. I wished desperately to find a way to save them.
So, did you find a way?
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana knowledge to find the answer. I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, and even sought out the scholars living deep in the desert who called themselves the Lost Darshan. But in the end, I found that the answer I sought simply did not exist. It was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's very nature. Our nature begets conflict, and conflict begets destruction. This is the inexorable truth. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history, but what I discovered was that history offers no such guidance. Things can only ever go from bad to worse. After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed by an overwhelming sense of emptiness, I could no longer bear to face life. And so, I decided to bring my life to an end. But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's consciousness. Into it, I placed my experiences before requesting that the academia manage my estate.
As I thought, the contract you signed with the academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human nature. You may regard this as the very last experiment of them all. The academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so, with a handsome reward to draw out the worthiest of individuals, my hope was that one day, I would find one who could untangle the mystery of human nature once and for all, and help to move the world onto a better path.
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a clearer understanding of humanity, society, and the world.
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your wealth.
You are highly intelligent, yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part of the experiment, part of my investigation into human nature. Whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure-seeking, my research will have progressed. I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of its history, and I lament the research that I failed to complete. And this, Kaveh, my dear child, is why you will be of great utility to me.
Hold on.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything you owned? For me to do with as I please?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the journey that I could not. Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at our...
Huh?
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them.
Alrighty.
I guess that'll be the end of that.
Kaveh.
Are you all right? Any physical discomfort?
I'm fine. Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about me.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior to that. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, this also makes him the winner of the Inter-Darshan Championship. As the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit the entirety of his estate. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin's wealth?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, let's use what he left behind to change it for the better. Rejecting the world will achieve nothing. He and I, we're not the same.
All right. As the scribe, I will make a record of this incident on file. The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's estate is to be used.
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have to suffer. We won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and countless future scholars will follow in our footsteps. Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not anymore. No one else has to hear them now. We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine by me. I'll bear that responsibility. It's the least I can do. And, well, it's the only thing I can do.
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to, but few dare follow through with. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You have long been aware of what your flaws are, but your pride alone prevents you from admitting it. Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organizing committee, it is my honor to congratulate you on your victory.
What? Please. I don't need your insincere praise. Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition, not my views.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare for the award ceremony.
Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out.
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And that brings this year's Inter-Darshan Championship to a close.
For a second, I thought it was just us there.
Finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh, to the stage to receive his award. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to donate it all to charitable causes.
Sachin's estate is getting donated?
So much Mora. And he gave it all up?
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kaveh? I'm sure many of our audience, like myself, are curious to learn why you decided to give all this wealth away.
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even though I'd say luck played a big part in that. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up to one person to make a judgment on. Not him, and not me either. Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So, I guess that's all. I'll leave it there. Thanks very much.
Awkward.
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card. Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the Sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
All right, I'll take the card. But as for project proposals, forget it.
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's give our champion Kaveh one last big round of applause.
Aww.
I
Sweet.
still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in luxury for my entire life.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on.
Why is that
We've still got the
accurate?
whole Wisdom Gala to explore.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but this one was just so tiring.
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but whatever else happened, you're the champion, you know? Don't you think you should be proud of that?
I suppose. Oh, wait. Sino said he wanted the card, didn't he? And now I have it, right here.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should be able to make a tidy sum of more off it.
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him. Could you pass it on to him for me when you next see him?
Whoa, whoa! This is a super big deal! You should do it yourself! Come on, let's go find Sino.
He's not that far.
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
Oh my god. That was funny. That was really hilarious. What? Get off the lamp.
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue. What brings you here?
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
Oh, that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues out by myself.
All right.
That's sweet.
In that case, I accept your generosity. But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from you. How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
Watch me at 1 million more.
1 million more at the very least.
Yep.
How much?
1 million more?
Yep.
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
1 million Mora for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you? I saw your deck last time we played.
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed,
Oh my
but
God.
not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General Mahamatra if you're splashing out on things like this. But really, it's fine.
Accurate.
I'd feel bad taking Mora from a friend.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare the Mora for this card.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. I guess you've been through a lot?
I don't want to talk about it.
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card.
Oh my god.
And it shall join the deck of destiny.
Oh my god.
Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you, I have achieved my goal for participating in this tournament.
Oh my god.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over. In fact, let me treat you all to a meal later. Bring Tainari and Kale, too.
Well, this is what they call all's well that ends well. Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing. Let's go check in with them, shall we? Since we're guest commentators and all.
Oh my god. More. Oh my god.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in the academia.
Really? Well, then, sure, Madame Farzan. Maybe you could pick out a few fashionable outfits for us.
Oh no.
Farazan, Nilu! Even Dia and Candace are here! What are you all up to?
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the streets. Madame Farazan here's pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided to give us some help.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind. We can purchase some textiles and make the clothes ourselves. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks. This is actually sounding pretty weird.
Wait. Madame Farzan's right. That style is a classic and used to be mainstream fashion. But these days, there's some other options too. If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often that we get to meet up, especially since Candace rarely makes it to Sumeru City. Also, I know a few places where I can get a great bargain.
Sure. I'm happy to leave it to you.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top of what the youth of today are into.
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Oh boy.
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition. Do you have any classes we could sign up for?
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research? Precision mechanics?
Oh boy.
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were representing the Haravatat Darshan in the championship. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future. I'll be there.
Yep. That sounds about right.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan, and I'd like to learn from you for a while, if possible. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-Darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learning from you.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study under me, and I promise you, you will get the best teaching available.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but congratulations, I think.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to come and pick out some clothes?
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kaveh later, and we have to check in with all the other contestants before then. Oh, by the way, have any of you seen Hat Guy or Layla?
I don't know where Hat Guy went. We just saw Layla not too long ago, though. But she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her. Are you gonna go and see what she's up to?
Ratahoa students? They must be the ones who voted for her to enter the competition, right? Oh, she didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that. Let's go take a peek.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry, everyone. I could have done better in the 3rd round.
Oh, stop it! If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so close to winning the competition.
Aw, I just got lucky, I think.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. You're amazing, all of you. Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
Aw, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the 2nd round, for instance, I dozed off and somehow found myself beside the device when I came to.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of today's all about you.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. This is great. We haven't seen Hat Guy since the end of the competition. Oh well, it's almost mealtime. We'd better go meet up with Kaveh and Sino now.
Alrighty.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't blow it all at once.
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. It's high time I return the favor. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we come!
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Faruzan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We couldn't find Hat Guy, though. Who knows where he's gone?
Al-Haytham's gone missing in action, too. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace. That guy. Where the heck could he have gone? I still have questions about that note he left. Well, whatever. He can do what he wants. Now, let's eat.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of despair and horror swirling around inside my mind. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting headache that only got worse as he went on. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune, then we're probably better off without it.
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Matra would step in and ban it.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited the wealth. But that wouldn't have been your style. I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate. He chose you. That means he knew what he was doing.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale. It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation, even when he isn't here.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words about Alhaitham.
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here with us all along.
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
Oh my god. I hear the crickets.
That was horrifying. It literally sent chills down my spine.
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating. That would have killed the mood in a heartbeat.
All right, enough about Alhaitham. Tainari, did you achieve what you wanted out of the championship?
I did. In the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Now, a record number of people have signed up to attend the next lecture. Oh, are you free next month? You should come along. Maybe even say a few words.
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything Amorta related.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture, or ask everyone not to chop down too many trees the next time they're building a house.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's still hungry.
I'm full. Thanks. Paimon's super full, too. If only we could eat like this every day.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too. This is a good restaurant. Let's definitely come here again.
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
There are other good places around here, too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love more than good food.
Or like you.
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
And that's all. This is the end.
Well, it looks like this Inter-Darshan Championship's a wrap. All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Have you still got anything else on your mind?
Sachin's research.
Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at somewhere beginning with but Kaveh smashed the diadem of knowledge before he could finish. It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Where do you think it could be?
Our village?
Holy smokes, you're right! He said he spent all that time researching in the desert, didn't he? So it's very possible that that's where he'd leave all his suits. Alright then, let's head off to our village and try our luck!
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh, hey, Thumb. What are you doing here? And what are you reading? Are those?
Sachin's notes? Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough, I came here and found his research.
Wait! So, you've read it already? Are you alright? How do you feel?
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes seek to convey. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic. Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as Sachin was. Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can deal with that reality. And that reality is like the material here: objective, heavy, negative. But at the end of the day, for all these experiment results and conclusions, it's just one person's perspective, Sachin's.
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was without a doubt a genius. He laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results, and drew logical conclusions. In that sense, one might say his views were correct.
So, people are bad? And things can only ever get worse? All of that's true?
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask them instead. All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all.
Words you wrote among your notes.
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. By their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach even the borders of truth until they wipe away the ignorance that blinds them. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend the notion of sacrificing oneself for the greater good. But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely decides our fates. All right then, I got what I came for. These research materials are yours to look after. I'll be off.
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together, you know.
Get-together? Ah, yes, that makes sense. This is a good opportunity for that sort of thing.
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
And there he goes. Well, seems like he really wasn't affected by this research. He said that someone else would answer our questions. Who do you think that'll be?
Yep. I had my suspicions.
Traveler, Paimon, you're already here. Nahida! Oh, and that guy. Wait, so you asked him to take part in the championship?
Yes, it was me. Are you surprised?
Actually not really.
You know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for another one?
Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these materials are a result of that. These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching for the truth. So instead, I had Hat Guy here help me keep an eye on things.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Nah.
Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work. Pretty hilarious.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people normally. But it looks like that didn't work out.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to be indebted to you.
Nita, what did you mean by Sachin's research is not mistaken? Does that mean that you approve of his research?
Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom boar. Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back, and they conclude that the shroom boar is a mushroom. Others see only the shroom boar's body, and they declare that the shroom boar is a boar. Still others look deeper inside, and determine that the shroom boar is meat. These conclusions are all correct in their own way, but none of them objectively describe the shroom boar.
Paimon kinda gets it, but also not really.
The world is the same way. No one, not even I included, can understand it in its entirety. All of us are somewhere on the path toward truth. Within the confines of our limited knowledge, some may blindly believe in the beauty of this world, and others may focus only on its evils. In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now, but what people hope it will become. But of course, I don't mean that as a criticism or a call to action. Ultimately, my duty as the God of Wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom to a place where it can find its purpose.
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do with these research materials?
Because Kaveh, as the successor of this research, does not wish to see these ideas disseminated, I will seal it up. But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his footsteps in the future, I will not stop them. I also look forward to the day that a member of the Vahumana Darshan can not only comprehend his theories, but also find a way out from the despair as well.
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, you're not intending to keep me in Vahumana long term, are you? I don't remember signing up to become a scholar. Don't you think I'm useful enough to you as a prisoner?
Ouch.
Oh boy, here we go again.
You think so? Well, to that, I would say that in Sumeru, even prisoners have a right to an education. I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate, and learn how best to settle old debts from your past. I will review your final thesis myself. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Hat Guy.
Oh my god. And the Parade of Providence. Or Providence. I don't know why I said Providence. Well, either way, that was actually a somewhat fun event. Kinda wish it was shorter instead of long. But whatever. Either way. These main updates for these version updates are always fun. But either way. Hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, you know, do the usual. And hope y'all enjoyed. Bye.